Good day. My name's Norman Murray and I work for Learning for Success. We've been going since 1999, working in the fields of leadership, communication, training and performance management. And today I would like to talk to you about performance management. And we know that a number of you are frustrated with your performance management and want to embed your cultures and values into your performance management to help drive behaviour change. And what I hope to do is be able to show you how we do it in our performance management. We work with a number of great companies around the UK and around the world in training and performance management. And for many of you, performance management has its problems, just like this slide. Thought I'd try and inject a bit of humour. Can take up a lot of staff time, can seem old-fashioned and clunky. Not tailored to the individual, teams or divisions, so it's not as relevant and inclusive as it could be. There's no feedback that's immediate to affirm or adjust behaviour. No measurement in place, including that of your culture. And we strongly believe that culture and values help drive behaviour. And no SMART goals. So there's no ongoing coaching as part of the process. For many of you, performance appraisals has three basic functions. One, to provide adequate feedback to each person's performance. Using your culture and values can serve as a basis for modifying or changing behaviour towards more effective working habits, and provides data to managers with which they can judge future job assignments and compensation. The performance appraisal concept is central to effective management. Much imaginative work has gone into developing and refining it. In fact, there's a great deal of evidence to support how useful and effective performance appraisals can be. Yet, many of you are struggling, and the present systems of performance appraisals do not support any of these functions well. But why appraise? Number one, to make your people feel valued. If you do away with the A and the P in appraise, you are left with praise, and that should be the main purpose. You can set goals. By setting achievable targets during the appraisal process, it can really help to motivate people. This is also your chance to clarify and articulate your vision for your team and the people in it. And also, once a year is not enough to gauge how people are performing. In summary, it helps you to achieve the task, build and maintain winning teams, and develop individuals. What we found is people are looking for a clear employee objectives that's easily defined, which can lead to effective performance measurement processes, which is supported by meaningful analysis of the results and constructive performance feedback and training. What we do with our approach is start with the customer and work back to the technology. We have three main guiding principles. One, you design the process. We do the technology. Secondly, we're probably the cheapest on the planet. Thirdly, really easy to use. The benefits of our system is that it has peer and upward appraisals, as well as the classic manager to employee appraisals. It's tailored to the individual. For example, trusts that we work with have over 350 roles within the trusts. You're able to affirm or adjust behaviours by immediate feedback. There's dynamic goal setting. So different divisions can set different goals for the whole of their division or parts within it. And there's links to measurable performance feedback and training. The other thing we found is that people don't like to be appraised. So we strongly recommend that you use your culture and values, or something along the lines that we use of developing your potential, unlocking your potential, making the most of your potential. Each person gets their own unique username and password so they can log in. We'd also ensure using your logo and your colours. So it again starts to be owned by you and starts to be more engaging. Each team leader gets a list of his or her team members. There's the ability to have an online tutorial, so everyone gets the same information about what performance management is about, which cuts down costs, cuts down time, cuts down training. There's the ability to create reports so that everyone in the organisation will can have reports for his or her own team, and key stakeholders within the organisation can have a global view and will be able to have access to reports across the business. And the ability to send notes in real time, to be able to affirm or adjust behaviour. So if anyone does anything really well, you can say, well done. You tell us the frequency of the conversations you want, which may be different by divisions. We can accommodate that. So let's have a look at someone's performance. This is Dave's performance. He's the production manager. He can do the classic manager to employee, peer-to-peer appraisals. So anyone at Dave's level, in Dave's division, can have an input into his performance, and also upward appraisal. So Dave can have feedback about his performance from his team members. You'll also notice, click here for information on the principles of performance management. Again, this means everyone is on the same page, cuts down costs, cuts down time, cuts down training. Section A is the general section. And as I said earlier, we strongly believe that culture and values help drive behaviour. And it's in here that you would put the culture, values, or competency framework that would help drive the business. So in this example, the employee puts the company objectives and priorities first. Strongly disagree, disagree, mixed, agree, strongly agree. Whatever it is your organisation wants, we can have the right number of questions that reflect your culture and values to help drive behaviour. Section A is the general section. We would strongly recommend giving this a high percentage of marks. We'd suggest something around 60%, because this section really helps drive behaviour. The next section is performance of core responsibilities, and we take this from the job description, so that each person's performance is different from other people's jobs. As I said, we're working with trusts with over 350 different roles, so we'll have 350 different performance reviews and different conversations. The next section is the metrics section, where it's applicable. This section helps to cut down favoritism and bias. Not that anyone will have come across that in their job, I'm sure. But in this example, level at which performance is outstanding is 90%. Level at which performance needs improvement is 85%. But we would be working with your managers to come up with the right metrics for that. The next section is the freeform section. This captures the nuances of people's performance that isn't normally captured in the KPIs, such as gets the team working on a charity event, or gets the team to go out for a team lunch, or whatever it is. So what's the person's strengths? What's the areas for growth? And overall comments. Very simple, like a Word document, and captures the overall information of a person's performance. The last section is the growth section. In this section, it's all about the future. And again, you'll notice, click here for the principles of setting goals. You can set short, medium, and long-term goals. And in this section, what is the goal? What's the plan to meet the goal? What's the time frame to meet that goal? And how will the goal be tracked and measured? And you'll notice by using and encouraging those headings, we are setting SMART targets. Not that any of you will have come across targets that aren't SMART, but by doing that, we're really encouraging use of targets. And by default, we're starting to think about and encouraging coaching within the business. A real big plus. Finally, when it's all done, press click and save, and up will come a number. And that will tell you how well the person's performed out of 100. And we really found that people like that. They know how well they're performing. And of course, you can use that for performance improvement plans, reward recognition, whatever you want to use it for. But it's very handy. In summary, this is a system in which is very simple to use because you design it and we do the technology, which means it's fully customizable. It's probably the cheapest on the market, yet it's fully functional with reports for all your senior managers. And as you've seen, really easy to use. What I'd like to do and request that you contact us. That's norman@learnforest.com, or go to www.learnforest.com for more information. We'd be delighted to hear from you, and would like to take this chance to thank you for being with us on this webinar, and look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.